What's up, everybody? This is Ace Quiz from the No Simping Zone, where we do no simping. And I'll let you chimpanzees and manginas know all about this red pill content. Yes, we're gonna. If you've seen the picture or the title of the thumbnail, you know that this is gonna be talking about the basics of the red pill. I got a request yesterday after posting a video of a IG model who had a OnlyFans to review. Someone said, "Hey, can you do the basics of the red pill?" And what I was gonna do is just go ahead and give you a couple of key terms that y'all can research and define them for you, as well as a couple of channels that y'all could check out, as well as a couple of books that I can think of off the top of my head. So where I want to start first is with hypergamy. Hypergamy is going to be a female's nature of only dating someone at her own level or above. And what I mean by this is the SMV, sexual marketplace value. SMV is sexual marketplace value. When you are out in the world and you're trying to date, when you're in a club, there is a sexual marketplace, just like there is a stock market or there is anything. People are coming to buy and sell. When you go out in the market and you're trying to talk to females online or in person, you're putting yourself on the market for sale. So you have to know how much you're valued at. Different girls, all people are going to rate you differently than you think you rate yourself. Your own rating is always based off of what the market says. And how you can break this down for males is basically your SMV is going to be your looks in combination with your bank account. Yes, sir. Your bank account. And I mean, you could throw your charisma in there, the components that I talked about, looks, money, status, and charisma, or game, if you want to call it that. That's what this is. That's what the SMV, the sexual marketplace, places a value on you. And it took me a little while to figure that out once I did take the red pill. And this is why I wanted to break this down for you. And this is why, if you do plan on taking the red pill, if you are taking your daily red pill vitamins, this is just something for you to know, as well as we can go back and touch up on hypergamy. Hypergamy always wins. The way I found this out is through Rich Cooper off of Entrepreneurs and Cars. Because first, what I did once I got out of a bad relationship, I began to look online on how to get her back, get that girl back, not knowing that I was completely done with her. Her outlook and her look on me was completely finished. I didn't understand that. What I did was I went online and on YouTube. First time I've ever on YouTube looked for anything outside of music was this. I mean, sometimes, like how to fix a car or put oil in a car, something like that, like a little tutorial. But anything outside of relationships, I thought, like what can you do to learn more about relationships? It just wasn't in my mind. I was just like, yo, like she's on my nuts. Like I've got my girlfriend forever. Like I got my fiance forever. So this is going to last forever is what I thought. But what I did was I typed in how to get an ex back once she had straight disrespected me and just left. Like we got in an argument that night. She didn't want to mess around. I was like, what? Why? Next thing I know, she's packing her stuff in the morning. And I had no clue it was coming. I didn't know what I had did wrong per se. I didn't even know she was feeling this way. The signs were there. I just didn't know what to look for. And I'm going to make a video on signs to know when your girlfriend's ready to leave. But that's going to be a different video. But for this, that's what happened. I went into YouTube, typed in how to get an ex back. I looked at a couple of channels I never visited again afterwards, but pretty much the crux of what everybody was saying when I typed that in was to stop contact. Zero contact until that person calls you back. Even my own mother told me this. I wasn't listening. I was constantly hitting her up, constantly. So I was already validating her, and she was already with another dude, and she had me on the side because I was constantly chasing, and she knew she could pick me up when she wanted. And then she had a brand new guy, and I didn't understand these things. But that was the first thing. Then once I got completely humiliated for the second time with this girl, I kind of stopped dating. I stopped dating from about March 2017 all the way till I say about like June or July of 2018. Like, I took time off. I didn't want to deal with females. I didn't want to talk to females. I didn't want to do any of that. No, actually, well, let me think. No, actually, that year in 2017, I did some dating. I take that back. But it wasn't until later on. And then after, I'll talk to you more about that. After I had, talked to a couple of girls, I had talked to a stripper. I had went with my homeboy and met and messed around with the finest girl I've ever messed with in my life, which I'll tell you about that experience. But what I did was, I was trying to figure out how to talk to females and how to have a better closing rate. Because my trainer, which was my best friend, had always had a way with women and could always get the ones he wanted, the ones that looked really good, the ones that I wanted, liked him. And I always tried to figure out what was going on. So I went in there and I started listening to Corey Wayne. And what I found out was, of course, this is some of the terms. Nice guys always finish last. So you're never being a nice guy and trying to talk to a girl and use the nice guy strategy, which the nice guy strategy is basically, oh, I'm just going to supplicate to her. I'm going to be cool with her. Like, she's going to get to know me. And, if I stick around for 5 years, I'll finally get the hit. No. Girls who deal with betas do that to betas. And I didn't know that. But alphas normally get it within the first 3 dates, if not the first night or first couple of hours of meeting the girl, because the girl looks at him as an alpha. Corey Wayne really broke down the attraction scale, which he rates from 1 to 10. If a girl looks at you as a 5, you have no chance. You have a chance to bump it to a 6. You continue to make mistakes, and she sees you anything less than a 5 or at a 5, you have no chance to sleep with that woman. You have no chance to get with her. Shit tests. Shit tests are ways that girls like to test your masculinity, and they do these things subconsciously and don't even know it. They will see if they could pull you off center and pull you and get you all flustered, and if you do, it turns them off. When you sit there and you compliment and you validate them so much, it turns them off. Like, so even the idea of No Simping Zone and y'all buying their OnlyFans, if you didn't know this now, this is a major key. Khaled voice, major key, another one. If you, the very idea of you buying her OnlyFans is already turning her off. You don't even have a chance. So if you're on her IG and you're liking every single pictures out of the 106,000 guys that are on there, just think if the roles were reversed and you were a fine male and you had the most status, you was the richest man in the world, and you had everything, and you had 106,000 girls on your IG trying to talk to you. Like, there's no way you could do it. And you probably would have fun for a couple of months because we're guys and we're dogs and different than females in certain aspects, which they like doing these things too. Some of them are savage now, if you know what I mean. But if you were to have that done, you would get bored, of course. And then afterwards, it'd probably be so easy to you, you would probably want a challenge. And with females, they like challenges. They don't like guys that are easy. So when you're supplicating to, oh, you're so beautiful, you just made it easy for her. So you're gonna give her all of these compliments, and you're gonna validate her, and you're gonna be the nice guy. And you're always trying to figure out, well, why the guy with tattoos is riding a motorcycle that treats her like shit is the one that she's running towards, because he's a challenge and he's not doing that for her. Okay, that's another piece of knowledge. It's another piece of knowledge for you. And that is validation. That's another term. So we've got hypergamy, we've got the SMV, sexual marketplace value. We've got also, what did we just discuss? Validation. So I can go back on my journey. So I went through Corey Wayne. I set up a couple of dates, and I started talking to a girl that just, I started like working out. If I didn't say this, and a girl started that I was really into, like that I saw as like, I saw her as a 10, but prior to that, I've been with better looking girls, but it was just something about that specific girl. I just would thought that this kind of a girl would never be into a guy like me. That's just how I thought at that time, because I was still blue pilled. I was still in the process of learning. Like if you want to call it purple pill, which purple pill is a totally different definition, and I will define that as well, and you can look that up, because I know I'm coming at you with a lot of ideas and you're trying to figure these things out. And I'm gonna give you some material so you can research if you want to research, and some channels that y'all can check out to help you, and the same ones that help me out. But like I said, I wasn't completely red pill, and this girl started talking to me, and I was just like enamored with her. And like she, to be honest with you, if I look at her now, she really wasn't nothing but a 7. But it was just something about that specific girl. I just saw her as a 10. Like I was like, oh my God, can't. And even the first night that we went on a date, she was throwing me the hints like, yo, take this. Like, I'm giving you this pussy, like take it. And I didn't. And that might have turned her on more, because by the second date, I took care of it. And I remember, because we were over by my pool, and some odd reason it was like frog season or something, and there was a bunch of frogs jumping in and out of the pool, and she was like, oh, the frogs had, like, she, like, after the night was over and stuff like that, I was like, hey, you want to go out again? She was like, yeah. And then I was like, she was like, yeah, the frogs had more action than what was going on last night. So I was like, oh, okay, so you want me to do it now? But I ain't gonna get too much in that date. I'm gonna break down my dating process later. I'm just trying to give you these ideas and just giving y'all a little context behind it. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but follow me, okay? So that was one specific thing, but I was making mistakes in talking to her, to the point where I chased her away, because I was doing the wrong things. And I can't sit here and explain that to you now, because I'm just trying to give y'all some key terms. But I was listening to Corey Wayne and his method of what he teaches. And what he teaches is excessively good. It's great. Like, you will get great results with what he teaches. The only thing is with Corey Wayne, he sets it up for a long, like, his dating strategies are for long-term dating, an LTR, long-term relationship. Okay. So I didn't get everything that I needed. I went ahead and went to Alpha Male Strategies, and he teaches rotation, to have 5 or 6 girls that you talk to. And those kind of, and his strategies work a little bit better. They're a little bit what I like to call dark triad. Dark triad is 3 points on a triangle of danger, like of a psychologically dark, dangerous person. I can't sit here and just break it all down to you, but basically it has more of that. Like, but I'm not saying that his strategies harm anyone or do anything, but it's just psychologically the state that he puts the woman in is almost to the point where she's chasing your validation. And if you are blue pilled, you're gonna just, in your own head, you're gonna be fighting the kind of strategies that he has to get rotations, to get women, because you're gonna feel like it's bad. And during that time, I found out that some of the techniques are psychological. I read a psychological book for this, and it's what they call the dark triad. If you want to check that out, dark triad. So we've got hypergamy, we've got SMV, we've got validation, and we've got dark triad. So, and that's what I did with alpha male, and I got into an LTR off of alpha male, but I had a rotation going and it was working for a while. So I learned a lot with alpha male. Even after I got into relationship, during this time, I continued to go down the rabbit hole, because it's almost like once you take these pills, it's like they unlock something new every day. I learn something new every day. I've been red pill, I say, since March of 2017, and I really got it around 2018, so about 2 years now. But what I will say is I learn something new every day. And what I'm going to do now towards the end of the video is I'm going to go ahead and break down the resources that you could check out and do your research and stuff like that. But we've got pretty much like 5 basic definitions. We've got hypergamy, we've got SMV, we've got dark triad, we've got validation, and we've got forgot what the 5th was, but y'all can check out the video, go back and look at it. But there's hypergamy, there's SMV, there's validation, there's dark triad, and I don't remember, and blue pill, purple pill. Purple pill is basically when you know female nature and you still get into a long-term relationship. And I got purple pill during that time. But like I said, I continued down the rabbit hole of the OnlyFans, not the OnlyFans, I take that back, of the red pill. And I found Coach Greg Adams. Okay, he's a great one. I found Rich Cooper with Entrepreneurs from Cars, which I found him when I was listening to Corey Wayne. I just didn't get deeper into his content till after I had already had my rotation and was learning these things. Because you can get the basics of the red pill and understand how to get women and understand female nature and understand why women do what they do. But there's a lot of underlining things that you still need to do research on, because you will find the girl that you want aesthetically, but just because you find the girl that you want aesthetically doesn't mean psychologically she's going to be the girl for you, or she's going to take you where you need to go. Because you can go out here and find a dime and you don't know how to tame her, and you just took the red pill, and she take you for a ride and take all your money and take everything from you, get a baby, and then you're paying child support and you all messed up. So there's still some things y'all need to learn. And with a lot of these dating coaches, they don't necessarily put that disclaimer out there. They just give you the basics of how to run strategies. But once you're in a relationship, they don't necessarily tell you everything that could be wrong with the girl. Because just because you find a fine girl, or you find a girl you want to be with, and you think you want to marry this girl, doesn't mean you need to stay with her. So through listening to Rich Cooper from Entrepreneur in Cars, he put me onto this book. I believe it was called I think it's called The Bachelor, the strategies for, I'll get back and I'll put the link in there. But I believe it's the self-defense for the bachelor that owns the bachelor pad or something of that nature. And that gives you a lot of disclaimers, okay? Another book that I read from Corey Wayne was his book. And I forgot what, man, I'm just going off the cuff right now. I forgot all these books. But check out Corey Wayne's page. He has his book on there on dating. He has 2 books. One on how to master life and another one on dating and relationships, which is a great book. And it will teach you, if you are looking for a long-term relationship, how to do it. Alpha Male Strategies has a book called Alpha Male Strategies Part 1 or for the novice. And it's an audio version. All these books, I'm telling you, I listen to them through audio. He has a book, and I've learned how to do his techniques through there. And then listening to Rich Cooper, I found I'd say he's basically the godfather of the red pill. I'd say he almost made the red pill. I mean, red pill's been along for a long time, but he's been on it the longest. And the guy's name is Rollo Tomasi. And he has a book. He has 3 books. He has what I just read part 3. It's The Rational Male. That's the book that Corey Wayne has. Not Corey Wayne, Rollo Tomasi has. And he breaks it down on a collegiate level of female nature. And I feel like if you get that book, all 3 of his books, you will get it. I just got done with his 3rd book, but I read 1 and 2 and 3. 3. I read The Rational Male, which I think is just called The Rational Male. I read Rational Male Preventive Medicine. This is another book that will help you vet females. Then the 3rd book that I read is Toxic Masculinity, I want to say it is, or it is Positive Masculinity. Because a lot of what you see in media and a lot of what we've been learned and programmed to know makes us think the way that we think and act as men is toxic, which it really isn't, because women have female nature and they don't speak on it, and it's more toxic, if you ask me, than a lot of the things that they say is toxic for masculinity. In this video, I don't have a lot of time to break that down. I'm just giving you some key terms, which I gave you some key terms, and I'm giving y'all some reading materials to check out, as well as some channels. So you've got Corey Wayne, you've got Rich Cooper from Entrepreneurs in Cars, you got Alpha Male Strategies, you got Rollo Tomasi, you got Coach Greg Adams, you got Steph is Cold, you got these YouTube channels I pretty much watch pretty frequently. Pretty much I subscribe and I'll check out their stuff on a daily basis. But a lot of it just take with I'm not going to say take with a grain of salt. I'm going to say take with a grain of anything bigger than a grain of salt. Listen to these guys and take your own strategies and form your own things with it, you know, because some of the guys are a little bit too red pill. Some guys are a little bit too purple, like a little bit purple pill. You know, some guys like, you know, Corey Wayne, sometimes he can be blue or purple, but he gives a more purple pill perspective. Some of Alpha Male Strategy stuff is a little bit too red, you know. Rollo Tomasi's a little too red. Rich Cooper, he's hot red because the experiences that he had, because a lot, besides Steph is Cold, which is probably closer to my own age, the other guys, not so much Alpha Male, but like not so much Corey Wayne. But anyway, these guys are a lot older. So they've had a lot more life experience with females and been in way longer relationships, had kids, had things happen to them. So the lens, like, and even Coach Greg Adams, the lens that these guys look at is not rose colored, and it's very to the point. Sometimes it can lead you down a road where you begin to develop like a red pill rage, and it's not something that they're doing to you. It's just like the Matrix. Like when Neo took the red pill and went down the rabbit hole, when he really found out what the Matrix was all about, he wanted to go back to the Matrix because it was just too much for his mind to comprehend. The red pill will do that to you. I didn't think it would, but it will do that. It didn't happen with Corey Wayne. It didn't happen when I listened to Alpha Male Strategies. It didn't even really happen when I started listening to Rich Cooper. What happened was I started listening and taking this stuff in. And when I went out in real life and had life experience with females and realized that everything these guys were saying was pretty much 95 to 98% accurate. Like 98% accurate. Everything they were saying was 98 to 99%, 95 to 98. It's in the 90s. Like, it's in the 90s. Everything that these guys say is pretty much accurate in real life. And once I got that, and once I understood that, I started to, and what all guys do, they go back and they look at their life, and they realize when they were blue pill, when they were being played, and certain things in your life that you see that certain females have done to you, like myself, like I seen it, like not just with my fiance, but with women in ninth grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, all the way up. When I began to realize that females weren't sugar and spice and everything nice, I got mad. Like, I got really, 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 really mad. I remember mornings I would wake up and I would just be mad. I didn't want to have nothing to do with females. Not like I was homo or nothing, but I almost went like MGTOW for a little while. Like I was telling y'all, I took a break from dating. And I think Red Pill Rage had a little bit to do with that. And MGTOW is men going their own way. Coach Greg Adams is a little bit MGTOW. I don't go and subscribe a little bit too far to MGTOW. I'm still young enough to still need female company. And I mean, I can lock down and shut down and focus on my goals in life and not have a female around, because I developed that skill by being alone during my Red Pill Rage and during my break from dating and trying to figure out what was going on. But I don't necessarily subscribe all the way to MGTOW. Every now and then I'll go MGTOW. And monk mode is basically, MGTOW is men going their own way. Monk mode is basically just shutting down all females. Like just shutting them all down and focusing on your goals. When I went and got my trade when I was a younger man, that was one of the greatest things I could have done for myself. So these are the materials and these are the things that you could check out. Rich Cooper, Entrepreneurs in Cars. He's a great source of finding all things on the red pill. Specifically, he's not a dating coach. He's more just like a red pill speaker. Check out the 21 convention, the Red Man Group. That's great channel to check out. Forgot about Donovan Sharp. Donovan Sharp is purple pill right now, and he gives a lot of good information and a lot of preventive medicine on females and female nature that you could check out. Donovan Sharp is a really good guy that you could check out. I really love Donovan Sharp. Also, Kevin Samuels. He's doing right now. He's doing real big in the manosphere, and he's doing a thing where he's actually setting up females to know how to kill that masculinity that most females are running around with, and teaching men on how to be high value. So he's got some good things over there too if you want to check it out. So I'll go ahead and run through the key terms, the books, and the channels again, just in case, so y'all can get all of that in, and then I'm gonna end the video. But first, we've got hypergamy. Okay, hypergamy is a girl's ability to only want to date someone on her same level or above. We've got the SMV, sexual marketplace value, SMV or SMP, sexual marketplace, is just basically the marketplace you go to try to hook up with females, and they come and they try to hook up, and you are rated somewhere on there. Dark triad, that's more psychological. That's not so much a red pill term. That's just more so a psychological thing. Once you get your psyche on point, you'll be able to deal with females and understand why they're doing what they're doing, and be able to manipulate them in a better way to get them to do what you want to do, basically. MGTOW, men going their own way, basically. Men not wanting to deal with women. The red pill is basically being aware of female nature. Purple pill is being aware of female nature, but still wanting to be in a long-term relationship with a woman, knowing that she still could pull anything and everything on you. Blue pill is not knowing female nature and being a simp and buying OnlyFans and thinking you're gonna be able to set up with a girl. I love that I had a comment on one of my videos where a guy had even admitted that spending a lot on one of these I guess like a Twitch streamer or a gamer or whatnot or something like that, and he awoke into it and he understood what it was. I love getting these kinds of comments, man. I love this stuff. So and let me think. That's pretty much the terms that I can think of right now. If you need to go back through the video to check it out, go ahead. Some channels to check out: Corey Wayne for dating, Alpha Male Strategies for dating and trying to set up rotations. Rich Cooper from Entrepreneur in Cars, just on more knowledge and ideas on the red pill. Coach Greg Adams, similar to Rich Cooper. I don't think they get along, but I don't know this. They had some kind of thing, I don't know. But anyway, Coach Greg Adams. Steph is Cold. Steph is Cold is similar. Is a younger. If you're a younger guy, the way he presents may be better for you. He's similar to Alpha Male Strategies. I forgot another one. I'll plug him. MJ Get Right, I think is his name. He's similar to Steph is Cold. He's around my age as well. Rollo Tomasi just kind of started jumping online. He wrote those books and didn't necessarily have any kind of YouTube thing. He was just always a guest, but he was able to get on there. And that's all I can think of right now. All the channels that I pretty much watch in rotation. M from the 33 Strategies. He's a pickup artist, but he still talks about red pill knowledge. I haven't checked this stuff out in a while. It's been a little minute. I haven't been trying to pick up people during the coronavirus, but he gives good stuff and he talks about some really good stuff. So that you can go ahead and check out those guys and those channels for more in-depth on the red pill in finding everything in this rabbit hole. And the books that you should check out if you're trying to date, you should try to check out Corey Wayne's book, Alpha Male Strategies book for advanced and for, I think, novice. You should check out, definitely go to Rich Cooper's because he will have a lot of the books. That's where I found a lot of the books that I should be checking out. Coach Greg Adams got some books. A lot of these guys got books and things that you could read and places that they will direct you to. So that's pretty much on that end. And then I forgot the Red Man Group. Go ahead and check that out. Because they have all kinds of different speakers and things like that. I forgot another one. Roger Allen Curry with Mode 1. You can check that out. I can go on for days, man. This video will be 50 minutes if I keep on going. So it'll be an hour. So those are basically the materials you can check out, the channels you can check out. And I plugged you with some of the channels that have books, and also Rollo Tomasi's book. I feel like it is a lot of guys will, because they sell products and you know they got books, and I'm gonna come out with a book on how not to simp and stuff like that. They necessarily sometimes they have different ideologies of Rollo Tomasi, but I feel, in my opinion, he gives a collegiate style presentation in his book, The Rational Male, of female nature. And everyone, from what I can see, I'm not saying they did this, but I'm just, in my opinion, it's almost like, it's everything else is almost built off of The Rational Male. I feel like it's the Bible to the red pill. I feel like if you take the red pill, this is the manual. But the manual to read on the symptoms and things that's gonna happen to you and the girls that you see, and when your eyes open up, it explains the matrix to you. And you can do more in depth, but and everybody kind of has their own idea about the red pill and what it is and how it is and things of that nature. So everybody has their own opinion. Even myself, I have my own ideologies and stuff like that. I don't listen to every specific thing that these guys are saying like it's golden, but like I said, a lot of what all of these guys have given me and I have learned from these guys is pretty much some of the greatest content that I learned in my life. And I don't think if I didn't get this knowledge, or I didn't find, or we didn't have YouTube, that I'd be in the place that I'd be in. I'd probably be somewhere very unhappy, working very hard, getting cheated on, and very blue pill. And that's 100% the truth. So check those things out. Remember to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if y'all want to see anything else, hit me up. I know this video was a little bit all over the place. I was just kind of trying to just get out what's in my head. Next time I'll organize it a little bit better. But I'll get with you guys later.